Hey guys, welcome to episode 14 of the J14 Gamecast.
Oh!
I just realized I said it! It's J14 14.
As soon as I saw it, I was like,
yeah. We don't have anything special planned.
Oh, wait. Whoa. But we do. Kind of.
Is it the Bloodborne trailer?
50 minutes of watching the reaction of people watching the Bloodborne trailer.
Well, we'll start with what's new this week. On August 12th, Ho Hokum came out for PS3, PS4, and Vita. It's normally wouldn't be that noteworthy, but they showed it off at a bunch of their E3 conferences. So
sounds hokey to me. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You should be though.
We need a segment for Sean's
Conan actually featured it in one of his trips to E3 as well. So
okay.
That's the only reason it's on here, pretty much. No, it looks fine.
Conan says it's good.
It got okay reviews. I think it's at 70 something on Metacritic. So.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I might pick it up on a sale someday. And Surgeon Simulator's on PS4. Disappointingly, they totally missed the opportunity to add move support. Because if there's one game that deserved to have the move, it's Surgeon Simulator.
But I bet you it'll show up.
They've confirmed. Yeah, I was going to say they've confirmed that they're working on a Morpheus version of it. As you know, the Morpheus utilizes the move. Yeah. So I can't even imagine playing that game with VR.
Especially
blood splattering all
the
over.
needle. It's like
That'd be a fun game.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for this week.
Wow.
So, what have you guys been playing, John? What have you been playing, man?
Yeah. Well, lately I've been playing some Last of Us.
Sweet, you like it?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
All right.
Playing on Grounded. It's pretty hard as shit.
Yeah, you said it wasn't that bad at first. I'm guessing it got tougher.
Yeah. It scaled up the hard parts especially. I won't,
what was the worst one so far? The sniper part?
The hotel where you fall into the basement and you have to turn on the generator.
Well, I don't know how many... Because
I hated that part.
I just played that part.
I had so much trouble
because maybe it's different on...
Easy?
No, I was playing on normal, but like I know they change up like how much damage you can take. I don't know how they change the enemies, because when I played on normal, I just did it last week. There was like 4 runners, I think, down there, and maybe like there was once I cleared out the enemies, and once you start up the generator, it's possible to basically book it out of there without anything hitting you.
That is true. No, I've done that twice because I hated that part so much.
I'm just exactly fuck it. I just book it. Once I get the key, I get the key card before I start the generator.
Yeah.
So I hit the generator and go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can run and outrun the bloater.
But I don't know how it is on Survivor, because I know they think they changed this. The first time I did it on PS3, I ran straight to the door and the bloater was behind me and I didn't even see him. As I opened the door and slammed it behind me, he was coming up and throwing spores.
Yeah.
This time I ran for it, he was standing in front of the door where they use the key card.
Yeah, they randomly spawn on the last step that you have to do.
Oh, okay.
They randomly spawn when you pull the generator.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
So he could be standing in front of the door or behind, but most of the time I was doing it, that's what happened to me the first time I played through it, and that part was so fucking hard.
Yeah.
So, what I had to do was hide out in some room and lure the bloater there.
Yeah.
And go to the door. But the problem was, the first time I tried to run, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to run past him. I'm like, okay, I ran past him. You have to trigger opening the door first.
Yeah.
And then you can hit the ID card.
Which is
stupid. Like, what? I have no time for this. So the first time I did that, bloater threw some spores and I died. How am I dying from the spores? I'm wearing a mask. It makes no sense at all.
It's because it's grounded. You die from air.
Literally.
Everything is lethal.
Yeah.
But you did it, man. I'm impressed you're that far through the game.
Yeah, I'm in fall. Just met up...
spoilers.
Just met up in...
Last of Us spoilers.
The dam. So
spoilers. If you haven't played one of the greatest games ever.
Yeah. Just working...
If you haven't played the DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no excuse now. You have the...
I have it. I
own it.
Yeah.
Got a bug on the wall?
The fly on the wall.
Is it?
I don't know.
The fly from Breaking Bad.
Spoilers. Now I know there's a fly in the series. I'm never going to watch it.
There's no point in watching it now.
Done.
Is it just The Last of Us, John?
Yeah, to my recollection, I think that's what I've been mostly playing. Tried a new demo. I don't know if that's...
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that in the
news. You both played it, so you guys can talk while I'll sit
Yeah,
there.
other than that, yeah, I think that's it. Just The Last of Us.
Cool. Brendan?
Well,
Talk.
yep.
Well, you're buying a condo, though, so you've been busy.
Yes.
That's true.
I don't think... I played The Last of Us a couple times with you guys. We
Yeah,
all played
the multiplayer. Yeah.
I think we can all agree it runs much nicer on PS4.
Oh,
which is
so
good.
good.
If only they'd fix the in-game chat. Because I don't remember that being an issue like that on the PS3.
I think it's because we never bothered even trying.
We just use Skype.
we just use
Yeah.
Skype.
Yeah.
But I
fair
also
enough.
think it's because the chat system may have been made for the PS3, so it might not be as good
Yeah,
on the PS4.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
So
Why
that's
did-
why we were.
I mean, yeah, it's not a huge deal for us because we have a four-man group and we can just use the party chat outside. It would just... it's going to suck for people that are just trying to use matchmaking and join up with random people because they don't have any way to communicate with them if they're not on the friends list, right?
I've also noticed that it does, like when you're just playing with people in matchmaking, it's decent. Like I was telling you about that guy who I was just playing like no parties,
Yeah.
and he was talking to me the whole time, and it was perfectly fine. But
In the game?
In the game.
Oh,
So
interesting.
maybe it's a thing when you join, when you set up a party in, like not a party, but a group.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
in-game,
saying.
Oh,
and
I
it starts
see.
getting mucky. But I don't know. That's only my experience with it.
Okay.
You can't use the chat outside of?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so just regular chat when you're.
Yeah, he's saying because you can form a party before you go into game,
Yeah.
but if you go into a game just by yourself, it'll just put you on a team with random people.
Yeah.
So he's saying it might be the in-game party function that's messing up the chat.
No,
In The
I
Last
meant,
of Us.
like, just use the PSN chat. What's
We
wrong
do.
with-
Yeah, that's what. But I'm just
But
saying.
we're talking about if not doing that.
Yeah, like if you're not playing with us, if you just go in to try and play by yourself, you don't have anyone in the game on your friends list, so you
Oh,
can't
okay.
just go and chat with them outside the game, right?
Right.
That's all we're talking about.
Yeah. Sean, what about you?
Well, Last of Us, obviously, and then I was talking to a few people at work, and they sucked me back into FF14.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of that. And then I've been trying to download the PS Vita free game of one of the free games of the month, Dragon's
Shock?
Crown.
Oh, Dragon's Crown, right? Yeah.
And my wireless is like a black hole in my room, so it's like
Oh,
I can't play it. But I've been trying to play that. So
Nice.
cool.
yeah, that's about it.
What about you, Jeff?
The Last of Us. I beat the single player on normal, so I'm playing on easy to get all the supplies, so I can upgrade all my abilities, get all the collectibles, and then if I still feel like it after my second playthrough, then I might start. I'm gonna do either hard with no listen mode or survivor. I don't have the balls like John to go to grounded. So
You don't need balls.
They take it.
it takes it from you. So yeah, I've been playing that. What? Yeah, a bit of Final Fantasy 14. I played a bit with Sean. Resub for the month, so a bit of that. And there's something else that I was playing. I can't remember.
Well, you're going to talk about something else that you played.
Yeah, no, there was something else I wanted to
Oh.
mention in addition to those two.
Well,
Can't be that important if I can't remember it.
the show?
No, I play that off and on.
Oh,
so-
okay. No, I'm out of ideas.
Well, if that's it, move on to the news.
The news.
There's a lot on the news. There was a big convention this week, Gamescom,
Yep.
in Germany.
German Tag.
That's not your. No, it's not. It's mildly offensive to people who are German.
Probably the most notable news, Rise of the Tomb Raider has been announced to be exclusive to Xbox for an unknown period of time.
Interesting.
Blah, blah, blah.
The original quote from the press conference was that Rise of the Tomb Raider will be coming holiday 2015, exclusively to Xbox. Which that's where it started. It's like the fact that they made a point to say holiday 2015 exclusive to Xbox. Most people are assuming it's exclusive for that holiday period, and we'll probably see it on other platforms
Yeah.
sometime in the next year. Phil Spencer clarified later that he said, of course Tomb Raider exclusivity is for a duration. We're not going to control the franchise until it no longer exists sometime in the distant future. What they do with it is up to them,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't say how long it is.
So that's why I think I brought this up in the podcast before. The way that the big three minus Nintendo because they really don't do this.
Big 2.5.
The big 2.5. They really love the word exclusive.
Yeah.
And
It's annoying.
pisses me off because stuff like this happens.
And this pisses me off more. And I know Sony's done it too. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they both they must have paid a shitload of money, right? We agree.
Totally.
What else? What else
Like,
is there?
take that money instead of doing that, because I mean, it was coming to their console anyway. All they're doing is paying to have it not come to other consoles. Take that money, and give it to create a first party studio, create a small independent team that's your team, fund them. I know Microsoft has the money to do it. If you paid, Crystal, if you paid Square, if you paid Square 20 or 30 million for that exclusivity, you give that to an independent team. They can make a game on that budget.
Oh yeah,
and have them, make something new, and you own that game forever. That's your exclusive, and you can build from there. Rather than paying, and same with Sony, I'm sure they paid Bungie for all the Destiny crap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just save that money. Just let the game come out on all systems and use that money for something else.
I don't think Sony has so many first-party studios that I don't think.
Oh no, they don't. I'm not saying they need that,
but
but
they
I'm
can do it
saying
for something else.
you can always use that money for something else. You can use it for Vita games.
Yes.
R.I.P. Vita.
Or
according to them, it doesn't even exist. They
Yeah.
didn't mention it at E3 or Gamescom.
so use it for
Except for
PlayStation
video
TV
snippet.
games.
Yeah.
They're even taking out the Vita name out of the
The
PlayStation
TV.
TV.
Yeah. So use it for the TV games.
We don't want anybody thinking it has anything to do with that thing.
I'm still excited that's coming to North America.
I know. Yeah, I'll probably ask for it for
stoked.
Christmas for my birthday. It'll just be nice because I don't have to. Then I like remote play, but sometimes I want a bigger screen because I do remote play. Like when I go to bed, sometimes I just want to chip away at a PS4 game. So it'd be nice. I can just put the PlayStation TV and my TV in there.
Yeah.
And then I can.
That's what
play
I'm
on
doing.
the
That's
PS4
why I have
with
my
the screen in
TV
there.
set up in there.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So I'm not seconded away into
Hunched over in a corner with your Vita.
I'm still hoping.
Joe's like, John, where are you? I'm playing my games.
Don't bother me.
You're in the bathroom. Don't open the door. Don't look at me.
I'm a monster.
That's probably not how it is.
No.
J14 Gaming, nothing but class.
Yeah.
What else is in the news?
Sony announced that the PlayStation 4 has sold through to customers 10 million units,
That's
which
crazy.
is insane. That's outpacing the PS2 and roughly on par with the original Wii.
Yeah.
So I still don't think they can sustain it, but
No.
it's still impressive.
Outpacing PS2?
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that means it's obviously way ahead of the PS3 as well then.
Oh, yeah.
But the
Oh,
PS2
yeah.
was a beast.
Yeah.
I think I read earlier, because the PS2 was other than the Wii, was the best-selling console. I think it sold 150 million units, but at the time PS3 launched, it had only sold 100 million, which means it still sold 50 million PS2s after PS3 launched. Because came out with that slim version. It was so cheap. It was like $100, and lots of
So slim.
People were like,
yeah,
it's good.
lots of
I bought one.
countries outside of North America, like third world countries or countries that don't have they just don't make as much money. Like lots of them are only just now getting to the PS3.
And they were
360
still
gen.
making great PS2 games.
God of War 2 came out after PS3 launched,
Yeah.
which is part of the reason I didn't play it originally. So for sure.
And I think a couple of Persona games too.
Just a couple.
So in 9 months, the PS4 has outsold the Vita because the Vita we figures around 8 or 9 million.
Yeah.
Is it that high?
Yeah,
No,
it's about
the
Wii
Vita,
U.
yeah.
It's about Wii U numbers.
I thought it was like 3 for some reason.
It's right. It's like
3 units.
3.5 in Japan.
Just 3.
You guys.
Yeah, it's around 3
million.
million in Japan, 3 million in North America, and I think around 2 million in Europe.
Well,
so around,
Which is too bad because that unit.
it's a great device, and everyone who has
Oh,
it loves it. It
yeah.
it's impossible to market.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good games for it.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
my love
I got-
for Persona came from the Vita
yeah.
because I was a late bloomer.
Yeah. That's a.
Then I played so much of it.
But yeah,
It
what's-
killed story games for me.
I
Yeah,
think smartphones wrecked that, honestly.
that's the thing, especially in Japan. Nobody's
Yeah.
buying the Vita because they don't even buy the PlayStation 4. The PS3 was huge in Japan, and they're not buying the PS4 because they
just-
don't care about consoles anymore.
They just recently stopped production or selling the PSP in Japan.
Yeah, last year I think, or earlier this year maybe. Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
The
Yeah.
PSP did really well. I'm astonished at the numbers because you never
Never
got a
hear
lot of
about
hype,
it.
but it did. How much did it sell? Like almost 100 million.
Yep. I'd
The
say
what?
that. Yeah.
The PSP was huge.
In
Really?
Japan, especially, like
Yeah.
they were just pumping out
Oh
games.
wow!
It was unreal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Oh,
It's all thanks to what was the PSP kid's name?
No,
Marcus?
I don't
Troy?
remember.
Michael? Marcus? Was
Michael.
Marcus. It was Marcus, right?
Marcus?
The guy
Sam?
the kid in the PSP ads.
You mean the one with?
Sam?
Oh Jesus! What?
I don't
oh,
know.
I forgot the other guy's name. Kevin.
Walt?
Bacon.
Not Kevin Bacon.
Footloose.
Oh, the guy that got sued because
We're
it's
like
an inspirational
Footloose.
story. Oh my god! Carry on.
Brendan will love this one. Minecraft PS4 has been submitted to Sony for final testing and QA release.
Oh man,
Yeah,
60 FPS, 250.
that 1080p, 8-bit.
1080p,
So good.
8-bit, baby.
That'll
Oh,
look,
man, I
look a lot
can't,
like the PC one.
It's funny
I
because then
wonder-
we could even play.
The one thing I can't remember, and
I
I'm
wonder
curious
if I could
about,
host that.
when we played on 360, Sean.
Yep.
Were we like when you create a world?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Because you created the world, but I was pretty sure I was able to go in there and play without you.
That is probably something we could even test right now on the PS3
Yeah,
if I can easily buy.
because if the world is stored on a server somewhere,
On a PS3 now.
then that would solve the hosting
Yes,
problem.
it would.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's Minecraft. Everyone knows about Minecraft. There's no need to talk about that anymore.
Everyone loves Minecraft.
Gamescom reveals there's a few ports coming to PS4. Surprise!
Yeah.
Never
What?
heard about that before. I know.
What ports?
Let me tell you what ports,
Is it
John.
port 80?
Aha! Aha!
The internet.
What's that?
Tearaway is coming to PS4.
But okay, Tearaway's a little different. It's not just a port.
Yeah, so his mosquito. Anyways,
Goddamn mosquito.
yeah, Tearaway. I don't think I have it. I don't think any of you guys played it. It was built basically completely. It was basically tailor fitted for the Vita. It took advantage of every single feature the Vita has, and in a good way. Like, it wasn't gimmicky, but it was built exactly for that device. It's impossible to port it, so they had to rebuild a lot of the levels for the DualShock 4 because a lot of the mini games that work for the Vita just don't work. So we'll have to see how. It's still. They said it's still the same game, but it's going to have to be radically different for that to work. But they had some cool features there. And Journey and Unfinished Swan are both coming. PS4, you can finally get that white
I
robe.
can finally get that white robe.
Finally find that flower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
On a
to
completely
100%
different
again.
game.
I can finally play them.
You haven't
Yeah.
played Journey.
I have
You are missing out.
John hasn't played it either, I don't think.
I played a bit.
It's an hour-and-a-half game.
Yeah.
I said a bit.
he hits start and he's
He
like,
like-
"Ah, that's it.
That's a little.
Sam looks pretty good.
Yeah, look at that graphic.
Physics, yo.
5% done.
Pretty much, yeah.
Put it down.
Yeah, I'll play it. I beat it probably 10 times, so
Yeah, I'm somewhere around there too.
yeah.
I just couldn't find one thing, and I was like,
10 times. You play a 1 hour game 10 times. One
once
times
you
10,
play it,
10 hours.
put it into
Yeah.
a science machine.
It's more like an hour and a half.
Calculate
But
the
yeah, it's 10
size.
times.
No, yeah, it's a fun game that you'll want to play more of.
Yeah, it's intense and emotional. But it's relaxing sometimes too. So
Yeah.
some nights it's like rewatching a favorite movie. Sometimes I just feel like playing Journey. Just boot it up and play through it.
That's really true. I did that as well. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
These games are not ports. They're new games announced at Gamescom for the PS4. There's not a lot of Xbox announcements on here because I think the only
The only
announcement they had was Tomb Raider. Everything else was basically just their E3 stuff.
they
like-
showed. Didn't they show the last trailer for the trailer for the last DLC package of Titanfall there, or was that?
Yeah. I'm just talking like
Okay.
new game
Okay.
announcements.
Fair
They,
enough.
I don't think all their stuff had been announced at E3. I don't think they had anything new.
Wasn't the Advanced Warfare stuff Xbox?
They showed a lot of that in an event. Oh no, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
So Wild.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
the show?
yeah.
That is from Michael or Mikkel Ansel.
The guy who created Rayman.
The creator of Rayman, yeah, and Beyond Good and Evil, which is also a really good game.
Oh wow!
He's got serious cred in the industry.
He has
so-
a new studio for this as well. Right?
Yep, yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it looks cool. I It's hard to tell from that trailer what it's about. It's
Yeah,
supposedly.
it looked really.
They said it's like a massive open world. It's online, I think. So I don't know if it's only online or if it's just an online component.
Yeah.
But he said it's like the world's huge. Like you can compare it to the size of Europe. I wasn't because they showed animals in the trailer, but it showed a human, and it basically said you create your character and kind of take them into this world, and then
That's it.
but
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just when I was looking at the trailer at first, I thought it was corny, the way the character designs were. But then, as it progressed, I saw these animals and these.
yeah, it looked like there's some hunting aspects or something to it.
Yeah, and these there's like a huge ass skeleton they found while swimming in the water.
Yeah, there's underwater
What's
exploration.
going on? I just want to know.
I just want to know, guys.
So yeah, it's something to really keep an eye on
Yeah.
for sure. Tomorrow Children, I have no idea what the fuck. I
Yeah,
watched the trailer.
That was
but I
another
don't-
thing. I was like,
It was something mining. They had a pickaxe and they were mining. So
man.
I'm gonna call it Minecraft.
and the feel felt
Wow.
very like a gothic.
It had a creepy vibe to it.
Tim Burton gothic
Yeah.
feel, right?
Yeah, but
So-
creepier than Tim Burton never really. It's gothic, but it always kind of feels
Comical.
yeah, comic like this.
Yeah.
It had a slightly kind of mysterious,
Yeah.
creepy vibe to it, or that's what I got. So don't know anything about that. We got a new Rhyme trailer, which that
That
one blew
looks
me
good
away.
too.
Yeah.
It's again, I don't know what it's about, but the way that trailer is put together, it looks
Looks like-
heavier on exploration again, right?
Yeah, you're just running around anywhere and doing anything you want.
But the music and the graphics,
Dim graphics.
them graphics, yeah, that's all. Like I don't know, yeah, just everything
What?
about it was a.
So what if like they came out and said, "This is actually the new Last Guardian"? They just changed the whole game. Would that like blow?
I feel like at this point that's what they must have done with the Last Guardian.
The character looks kind of like the guy from Eco.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
kinda
I
like
know.
It's like they create an entire game. They sell that game, but when you put the disc
yeah,
into the PS4, it's Last Guardian.
mind blown. But anyways,
Yeah, no, it looks good. Until Dawn is now a PS4 title. I wasn't super familiar with this. I'd heard of it. It was announced as a PS3 title 2 years ago. It's basically, I would describe it as Heavy Rain meets, like a Heavy Rain horror game, I guess.
So
So it's
Heavy
kind of-
Rain.
Yeah, no, it's
waiting for
designed.
this.
It's basically a game that's a take on the campy teen slasher,
Oh, okay.
Halloween, Friday the 13th, like that kind of, 10 teenagers go into a cabin and there's a serial killer. So it's kind of a mix of like choose your own adventure. I'm not clear on how it works. I don't know if you play as the killer, or you play as the characters. It said you choose who lives and who dies and stuff. And
Killer.
yeah. So I'm not clear on exactly how it works, but I don't know. I'm a fan of those B movies,
Yeah.
so could be interesting. I don't know if I'll pay $60 for it, but we got Bloodborne gameplay, a little bit of gameplay.
gameplay or trailer?
No, that trailer had a lot of gameplay.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot, but it had some shooting and slashing and.
I made a joke, I think to Brendan a while ago, how I was going to train for Bloodborne by beating Dark Souls 2 without a shield.
Without a shield. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a few details that have come out. I don't want to say it's 100%, but I think they said or confirmed that there is no shields. Period.
But they've edited the mechanics a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
'Cause,
not saying
I saw
anything.
the side dodge. In
Yeah,
the trailer.
there's definitely it's
So
got a
much faster.
very.
They've
Yeah.
said over and over that it's not like fast-paced arcadey. It's just designed to be faster.
Yeah.
It's designed to eliminate that whole I can just sit back and hold my shield up and just
wait
wait for a chance to attack. It's like you have to fucking just go or you're gonna get killed.
That's how I
And it
play
keeps
Dark
you on your
Souls.
toes.
I think that's how. Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people end up playing Dark Souls.
Well, I know you had your big ass sword, so you never had a shield really.
So
Yeah,
you'd be great at this.
Yeah.
I was magic, so I had the shield. I'm like,
yeah. So I think it's.
Yeah.
I think the combat in this could be even harder,
which is awesome.
which is hard to say.
Yeah, they did say that it's going to be a little bit less punishing, but I will just remind us that they said the same thing about Dark Souls 2. They said they wanted to try and open it up to more people, make it more accessible, but still keep that.
It was
difficulty,
definitely
and it was definitely at least as hard.
Yeah.
From what
it
the
was
10 hours I played.
I still haven't beaten that goddamn optional boss. It's pissing me off.
We say that every podcast.
Yeah, every single time.
The only thing I did read is that your health regenerates.
That would make sense if it's more of a mechanic of you taking damage and like there's no.
There's a lot
you're not
of
worried
talk
about
of blood in the game.
Yeah, that
And
was
the title.
We had that
That's
rumor
weird.
a while ago. They said that a major mechanic of the game would be basically instead of collecting souls, you have kind of blood get splattered on you, and if you get too much blood, you turn into a beast or something like that. No, like if something happens to you, like the equivalent to how you get hollowed or whatever.
Yeah.
But it changes how your character plays.
So you got to kill.
So you got to kill, but you somehow need to. I don't know if there'd be a mechanic to kind of reduce the amount of.
There, kind of just brush yourself off.
Yeah.
Get that.
So, but they never talked about that, and I haven't heard anything about that because the game's playable on the show floor, and no one's mentioned that. So that could have just been. It seemed really oddly specific though to be a random rumor. But who knows?
Man? Who knows?
Game looks awesome. And DayZ is coming to PS4. Woo! So hopefully they didn't show anything, probably because they don't want to show it broken as fuck.
Yeah.
They wouldn't also show their PC version because that's also broken as fuck.
They said the PS4 version is basically they have a really evolved version of the PC one that they're working on, and they're kind of I don't think don't get me wrong, I had some fun with DayZ.
It's
on
so
the computer.
fun.
It's just so broken. Like a lot of it is so broken, right?
Yeah, it was hard to get into because coming from WarZ, or which is now called Infestation Stories, ended up being a lot more polished than what DayZ.
DayZ is basically what
saying
WarZ was
that
at the beginning.
Is going to piss off all the listeners that we
No
get.
way,
But then
man! The
there's none.
WarZ has a way better following.
No.
They're
both
DayZ feels
broken.
me more like where WarZ started off with, and I just didn't expect that because it had been a mod for so long that I.
But that's the
figured-
thing. It was a mod.
I know.
And I think because the games are very strange in how that worked out. And
Yeah.
DayZ was like that was a mod because it was a non-existing game, so there was some stability. And then they made it a standalone, and like so I wonder when it's going to come out.
Well, right now, I'm assuming it'll be a while. The good thing is that there's no early access program yet on PlayStation, which means that if it shows up on the store, it has to go through QA, and there's no way it would pass QA in its current state.
No.
So, whenever we do get it, it sounds like it will be polished.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
But H1Z1.
Yeah, but that's not even announced for PS4 yet. We just assume it'll come because it's
I thought it was
Sony.
announced
It was announced for PC.
for PS4.
They said they're looking at bringing it to it. I don't think it was
Oh,
announced
So it was a
officially.
Sony.
It's Sony Online Entertainment, but they've never brought. They're still working on bringing Planet Side.
Yeah.
It's a different division. Like they have not much
No, I know.
affiliation with.
I thought I heard that it was
Okay,
coming to the
it's possible. I thought they said that they were looking at bringing it.
Okay.
But I didn't think they'd officially announced it.
I'm not
so-
arguing. Well, brothers here.
But you didn't buy DayZ, right, John?
They did.
No, I didn't.
I did.
You bought Warzy.
They did.
Love it.
They brought Nether.
Hey,
yeah, you guys all
we
bought
will
Nether.
play Nether.
I haven't played Nether.
It was like
You didn't
$2.
sell it. I was
I
like
know.
thinking about it. You're like, yeah, this game's not so good. No, I was talking to John, and he was playing it, and he's like, yeah, Sean says it's not very good. I'm like, okay,
It
well,
was so funny because like the server I got into, I was doing the tutorial, and all of a sudden it's like you're level 17, and I'm like, what? It's really hard to level in that game because you die so easily. Because like there's these monsters that are not zombies, and they fucking chase you down, and then everyone else is like an asshole, so they'll shoot you on sight. And all of a sudden I'm like level 17, and I'm like in the safe city, just logged into the server. They're like,
Alrighty then.
coming back to this server.
okay, good. We get to this one now.
Yes.
During Sony's Gamescom during Sony's
Words.
Gamescom press conference,
There you go.
they showed off what were people reacting to what they called an interactive teaser. Something that had never been done before. It was later revealed that this teaser is a demo you can download from the PSN store, but they didn't say what it was a teaser for. About 5 hours later, somebody beat the teaser, which is basically a demo for a game. And at the end, it finishes with a trailer for Silent Hill 5.
Hills, isn't it? Silent.
Yeah. I'm not clear on that. I don't know if that was a typo or not. I'm calling it Silent Hill 5. Silent Hill 5, starring Norman Reedus, voicing and providing the likeness for the main character.
Gets better.
And developed by Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. from the Hellboy movies, Pacific Rim, Pan's Labyrinth. Those I
So
don't know.
here's my question.
Mhm.
This is a Konami game, I take it then?
We don't know. I've tried to look it up.
Yeah.
There's some Konami people listed in the credits for the teaser.
Well, it's probably from the Fox.
It seems like it's more Konami team than Team Silent Hill.
Because
It's weird that, I don't know, we don't hear much from Konami, but when we do, it's just Kojima.
Yeah.
That's all it is now.
Yeah.
Well, because they know that
they
he's
lost
all
Mercury,
they have left.
Yeah. They lost the Mercury team
Yeah.
for Castlevania.
They're not around. They're just
They just stopped making the Lords of Shadow 2 was the last one they're doing.
Oh.
So their only IP that is still the PES soccer is still there, but Metal Gear and
Yeah,
now
they're two games.
if they're doing Silent Hill,
Yeah.
it's just Kojima's got a lot on his plate. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'd imagine that they're coming on the end of Metal Gear Solid 5. And their
Well-
team's probably big enough that they can have people kind of...
I guess.
I'm assuming this game is quite a ways off.
Oh, probably is.
So, it could just be in the early stages. There was 10 or 15 people credited for the teaser.
Okay.
They had backgrounds in... I don't remember it off the top of my head. Metal Gear Solid 2. Like a bunch of the Metal Gear Solid games.
Okay.
So...
That's an interesting take from, I don't know, Kojima. That's very, it's a
Yeah.
very different genre.
I'm not clear on what his role is, and same with Del Toro. Like, I don't know if they're just... If
Well,
one of them is directing the game, or if they're kind of just producing, or like providing
Or they're
input.
probably both providing input.
Yeah, but I don't know who like the lead game director is.
Which is why I'm like, is it Konami? Are they pulling in something else? Like,
Yeah, we won't know until we get like a game listing, because as far as I know, other than the teaser trailer, they haven't like officially said this is Silent Hill 5. It's coming to these platforms.
Yeah.
It's made by this team. Like there's
well,
no
maybe if
info on
someone unlocked all the clues,
Yeah.
when we played it, we would know more.
But John and I played the teaser.
Did you?
Yep.
Breeze.
I remember because you
Not
were
very
streaming
scary.
it, and so I watched like the first.
Oh, that's
about
what you were
10
streaming
minutes.
yesterday.
Oh,
And-
there was like 30 people in there. At one
I know.
point. Yeah.
Oh, I was watching when you posted it on YouTube.
Oh, that one.
And,
Okay. Yeah.
I just remember you were like slowly turn around, and it's like the huge jump scare,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Which one?
the first one that you did because
Where I got strangled?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So,
Did that happen to you too?
Yeah, that's where I'm stuck on.
Oh, okay.
but it was just so funny because you just see, oh yeah, and just this laugh.
It's
Like,
funny
I freaked
because
out.
I watched the show it during the press conference, and it was really cheesy. They had like pictures of like people sitting in dark rooms with a controller, like girls and guys or whatever.
But yeah.
and it had a thing that said like actual player reactions, and they're playing. They're like, "Ah! Ah!" And I'm like, oh come on,
That's
totally
staged.
Yeah, I was like, it's such a load of crap. No game's that scary. And then I played it, and I had like the exact same.
Exactly. And then someone in
Oh,
the
man.
chat, because you were talking to people in the
Yeah.
chat, it's like, oh, don't turn around. Thanks for telling me now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, after I got strangled, I was like walking through the hall, and they're like, don't turn around. I was like,
Thanks.
I think it's because there's a bit of a delay on the
Yeah.
chat stream, but
Okay, we're playing it after. I want to see
Oh,
it.
really?
yeah, for sure. I was gonna. John was saying I should show it to you and have you play it.
Okay, sweet.
It's really fucking hard and confusing. Like,
you have
there's
to
no.
look, and I know that sounds really stupid, but you have to look very carefully everywhere.
The only control is to look. There's no like X doesn't do anything, square doesn't do it, or there's one instance where X does something.
Oh,
But you
really?
you just click down the R3 button on the right stick, and it just zooms in,
Yeah.
and that's how you interact with stuff. So you open doors by walking into them, and then certain contextual things, but it just gives you no indication. So you basically kind of just have to look at everything and figure out. I had people in the stream like basically telling me what to do because I couldn't figure out. There's like one part where it's like a pitch black hallway. There's a fallen painting on the ground, and above it there's a tiny little pinhole in the wall, and you have to look through that, and then it's like screaming, and then it triggers another event or something like that.
Oh,
So
jeez.
it's really cryptic, and I'm stuck at the end. Like there's a puzzle at the end. I just have no fucking idea
Oh.
how to beat the game. Lots of people have beaten the game, but there seems to be no one can figure out how to trigger it. Because there's a phone on a desk, and someone said that apparently that eventually you do something that triggers the phone ringing, you answer it in the demo ends, and you get the trailer for Silent Hill 5.
Do you plug the phone in?
No, I don't know. It just
Is your phone turned on?
Someone said they beat it without even getting the phone to ring, so I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
But Kojima said he thought it would take a week for people to figure it out, and they figured it out in like 5 hours.
Well, of course.
So
yeah,
That's always a week. That's
yeah,
that's crazy.
it's just weird because it's in first person, so I don't know if that's just because they didn't want to show kind of that it's Norman Reedus. Like maybe they just didn't want to show the character model. I find it hard to believe that the full game would be in first person when they're obviously paying money to someone like him to use his likeness in the game.
You said only 10 people worked on it, so I bet you that's just it.
On the teaser, yeah. I'm not sure if this is just... If the whole point of this teaser was like just to give you a trailer for Silent Hill 5, or if this teaser is supposed to actually be a segment
of the game.
Like, is it representative of the game, or is it just a standalone thing?
If Kojima's involved with it, I bet you it's just to get to the trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's just like Phantom Pain.
When for months, people were like, "What is it? Who's this?
Who's developing it?"
Yeah,
and people
Moby Dick Studios
automatically found out. It's like, yeah, it's totally Kojima doing it. And it just before they finally revealed it as Metal Gear Solid 5, that
yeah, it was saying something interesting in the Gamescom press conference that the name 7780. Actually represented something in Japan, like a place, and it means hills. So a lot of people call
Silent Hills.
Says hills.
Yeah, because 7780 is the fake name of the studio that's publishing it.
So it kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
And the picture that's displayed on the main screen is actually, he said it was a picture of his friend's backyard in Japan.
Oh, really?
So I'd be like, this is a Japanese garden.
Yeah, I thought it was weird because I saw the picture and it reminded me of something from The Last of Us. It actually looked kind of peaceful and there was like some greenery and stuff. And then I played the game and I was like in a single hallway in this fucking dank house.
Well, this looks like a great game to play.
Yeah.
I want to hang out.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I haven't slept for weeks.
That was a terrifying. I had troubles going to sleep last night.
I was watching it last night. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll probably just watch this in the morning.
It's scary. It's scarier than like
because it's not expected.
It's a different type. Like it's just unsettling. Like Outlast is all about the jump scares, right? And it's like it's a creepy atmosphere too, but this just has a different feel to it. It's on another level.
More creepier.
It's like you walk through a hallway,
and the graphics are really fucking good for the Fox engine.
Yeah,
and it's dark,
and it definitely has that Silent Hill feel when you're looking at that thing in the.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Gross.
In which? The teaser?
Yeah.
The thing in the sink. I know what you guys do.
You'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 5 and Ground Zeroes are coming to PC via Steam. So, not the first time it's come to computer, but it's been a long time. I guess the last one was the first Metal Gear Solid. Or no, number 2 came to PC, right?
I don't think it did. I think
Sons of Liberty did. 3 didn't, and 4. I'm sure there's a PC port of...
Surprise 3 didn't, because it came out for the 3DS.
I know. So good for PC gamers, I guess?
Yeah.
Just seems weird playing a Metal Gear game on PC to me, but...
Yeah.
What you gotta do?
Can you imagine the scripters in online?
There's gonna be some mods.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's bad enough for Metal Gear Online for PS3. Could you just imagine?
Oh, yeah. BioWare has unveiled Shadow Realms, a 4v1. I guess that's a new genre that's coming out. Online game.
That was like Fable Legends. Is a great example of that. Or Evolve.
Yeah, the one I'm familiar with is Evolve.
Yeah.
So 4 people co-op versus 1. Are they doing the overhead
view?
So
it's multiplayer.
Yes.
Don't care.
Oh. Shit.
Kidding. Is it like online only, or is it?
I don't know. I just know the concept because that's what Fable's Legends was.
So what?
Trying to do.
The single player is like an entity that overlooks and like tries to.
Yeah. So it'll be like your fight. Like so, Evolve is all explain in Evolve. You're the monster. You're always you can attack all 4. You can hide. You can do all that. In Shadow Realms, I don't know how it. I think you just control the main beast. Or control the beasts. That's what I saw from the CG trailer.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's...
I was watching at 3 a.m., so I barely got any of it.
It's going to be probably an overview for the one player, but everything else will be probably third person. That's kind of BioWare's go-to right now.
Yeah.
So...
New Assassin's Creed Unity details have come out.
Yes.
A picture of the map leaked. It goes back to a single city as opposed to the large world. Black Flag. So like Black Flag was my first Assassin's Creed, but as I understand, the other ones were just basically took place in one city.
Not really.
No.
Assassin's Creed 2, you can go to different places.
Oh,
pretty sure
it would just cut though.
Okay.
It was all open in the first one, but you could go to different cities, and you would ride in between cities.
Right.
Okay.
So it hasn't. So if, it's interesting that it's just one big city. So that's new.
Yeah. But judging by the map, it looks massive. Like
It would have to be.
Yeah. And the buildings are now what they're calling 1-to-1 scale, because I mean, just in the interest of I guess technology and time, like they just when you scale a building in the game, it's not proportionately how big it would be.
No.
So like they showed a new video today of the Notre Dame, I guess, like the big cathedral, and it's just fucking massive. Like it's just to climb up it, I imagine it would
So
take
excited
you a while.
to play that.
But yeah, like the map looks cool. It's got like kind of the concentrated core of the city. And it's got some corners where you could see, they could have cool settings there, I guess, right? Like they could have like farm fields or like graveyards. They said something there might be like an underground tombs or crypts or something to explore. So
I think they'll have to diversify the city a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of having more cities that are kind of like the same thing, just smaller and maybe a little bit different.
Yeah, because that's what
They've had
John was
tombs
saying was
before.
how they, like in Black Flag, they can't give as much attention to each city, so they're kind of just cookie cutter villages and towns. But like when you have one city to focus on, you can really give it a lot of personality.
Look
Right?
at Gotham.
Yeah,
Or say like GTA, even though that there's more but even just Los Santos, right? Like
Yeah.
It's huge.
there's a lot of different parts to it.
Yeah.
for sure. So single city, there was a whole bunch of new information. I just picked out some key ones. There's no more auto fail missions. So when you're tailing someone and it just says like they spotted you and you have to start over,
You just keep going, and it's like
it basically does what a good game should, and it allows you to adapt to that.
that's awesome.
Or your eavesdropping missions
That's one of
where
the-
you're like you have to stay within a range, and then it's like desynchronized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're getting rid of that. So it's like if you're tailing someone and they spot you, then all of a sudden it turns into a chase and you have to chase them down or something like that. And they're also going back to, I didn't know this because I've only played Black Flag.
Sure.
But there's like assassination missions are like a dime a dozen in that game. But it sounds like in the earlier ones, the assassination was like a big deal.
That's what progressed the story.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So like in the first one, like you were given certain targets.
That was pretty much what the whole first game was.
Yeah.
You had 12 targets, and
Yeah.
the point of the game is to go through and assassinate each
So
target.
it sounds like they're going to want you to put more planning to that. I guess it's going to be a bigger event. It's not going to be like it was in the most recent one, where it's just like you chase
Hey,
it
I'm
for
a
a couple
pirate.
minutes and boom,
Yeah.
sword in the face, you're dead.
Boom. Sword
Boom,
in
you're
the face.
dead.
Boom. Sword in the face.
Yeah. So that they're making some changes to the combat, which apparently, like, I didn't mind the combat at Black Flag. I could see how people are bored of it because it's apparently been the same since the first one.
very that.
So if it is the same since the first one, then you
Yeah.
can get bored.
They said they're changing it, but apparently they said this before, and it was still basically the same.
Pretty much.
What were you going to say, Brennan?
yeah, it's that I don't know.
It's
It's how that allows you to face multiple enemies. You kind of take turns. Facing
Yeah, it's
each
kind of
enemy
like the
at a time.
Arkham. It's just like you basically mash, attack, and
Yeah,
then
but
parry.
you can connect it together a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll say this: the fighting has changed
Mhm.
in each iteration.
Oh, you
It's
got
been
better.
more brutal
Yeah,
in each one.
like worse or
No,
more like
like
brutal feeling.
The last one I played that I
Mhm.
could really is Revelations,
Yeah,
where like when you would counter a guy
Mhm.
before, it would be like, yeah, stab him in the gut, he's dead. It's like counter the guy, turn around, I'm going to slice your throat,
Mhm.
and it's just like, oh, you're not dead yet? Stab through the heart.
yeah. That's like Black Flag.
Yeah.
Almost borderline flashy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they've been doing that more and more.
so-
So maybe they'll change that.
They said it's kind of changing so that you can't take on like 5 or 6 guys anymore. It's like 1 or 2, yeah, but when you get to like 4 or 5, it's going to be really.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say to that, it just didn't feel like you were really playing it when it did those animated
Yeah, because it's all kind
motions. You like hit one button, and he's like,
of. Yeah, well, they have like pre-recorded animations. So like I hit square one time and he does a flash, and then I hit the exact same button again and he does like a twirl move and this, and then
Yeah,
I
he
hit
does, like,
parry and he
5-hit
like
combo.
flips him back up, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not.
you don't even feel like you're playing it
Yeah,
at that point, and
I'm hitting 2 buttons. I'm mashing attack, and then when the counter signal comes up, I hit that to counter.
cross counter.
doesn't
Yeah.
really feel fluid too. It doesn't. It feels kind of laggy on some parts. Like
Yeah.
when I'm mashing on a button, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not super responsive. I'd agree.
Yeah,
Customizable assassin outfits.
Yes.
So you
What I've been
can-
waiting for.
Basically everything, like you still have the main character, like your face, but everything else you can like different torso pieces, like gloves, blades, hoods.
So wait. Watch Dogs meets
Yeah,
Unit.
except the outfits aren't as ugly as fuck. They're so ugly. It's just the same trench coat, but it's like mustard
yellow and like turquoise.
I'm like, what were you fucking thinking?
They've done that with dyes
Oh.
in previous games, but from what I saw from this one's a little more advanced.
Speaking of dyes, I fucking hate in Final Fantasy all the ugly dye colors are the cheap ones, and to get the good dyes, they're like way more expensive.
Oh, really?
Midnight
everything.
It's like
I know.
$50.
Just give me one decent color that I can afford.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, this is like a decent red. I put it on. It just looks like
Blood
shit.
red.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Yeah, it just looks like shit stain all over your clothes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I spent way too much money on dyes. Anyways, and then supposedly improved parkour as well, which again, it sounds like they promised in the past. That's my main beef. I love Black Flag. The only real issue I had with it
Was the parkour.
was just like I'm running down the street and all of a sudden he tries to grab onto a ledge. I'm like, I didn't. Why are you trying to do that?
Nothing's near you. It's like,
That's how I feel in Titanfall.
that's how the memory went. You know,
Titanfall's like that too.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
like
parkour.
you'll jump and like, especially if you see a guy and you're like, oh shit, and you're trying to jump and your character's like, God, and then you're stuck in a wall, and you're like,
I'm like trying to be all sneaky, like sneaking up my guard, then my guy's like, ooh, jump up on a windowsill and like jump through it and then swing around the rope. I'm
guy
like,
turns around, you're like 2 feet off the ground.
yeah.
what you doing
What's up,
there?
What's up, bud?
Infamous actually felt a lot better in that regard to me, but
Yeah. From what I played.
yeah, there's supposedly a rapid descent thing too, which allow you to scale down super fast.
Yes.
Climbing down a building.
Rather than just jumping off.
They're trying to get rid of the haystacks, is what they said. There's
Yeah,
still be
they're
haystacks,
so-
but they're
Listen, the French Revolution, there wasn't a lot of haystacks sitting around.
It's so
Yeah.
placed. Like,
Just imagine a farmer just like, I'm gonna lay this here forever. And I'm
that
just over
is
here.
perfect right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
You can see the roof of that building.
If I was going to jump off from there, right there. Yep. Perfect.
This is where this is going.
but yeah, that'll be my second Assassin's Creed game. I wasn't excited about it at the reveal because all they showed was co-op, and I'm like, don't give a fuck.
Meanwhile, me, I'm like,
I showed the co-op.
anything
I'm like co-op.
I love co-op because I hate like the. Well,
Okay, and you know what? Like, I tried playing co-op in Black Flag, and like it turned me off from the game. Like, it was so lame. Like,
but imagine
How does it work?
Yeah,
it's just like the mode that we were playing is you have to kill so many targets in a certain amount of time, and if you kill your target, say kind of like in a good amount of time, you get an extra few seconds, so you can keep going before the timer runs out. But it's like.
awesome.
It's just lame. You just literally run through, fucking push people out of the fucking way, get to your target, stab them. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
That doesn't feel how the.
I don't know for sure, but I want it to be like story co-op.
Yeah, they said
I think that's what they're going at.
co-op missions, but they said you can play through
Black
the.
Flag wasn't story.
No, it was just mode.
Okay.
I think they said you can play through the whole game in co-op.
That's what I like.
That's
I
what
might have
mean.
read that wrong.
No,
You know, in a more
I'm putting
like.
blind faith into your reading skills.
They said
So
something about
if-
explore. You can explore the whole game in co-op.
If
It's
you
co-op
let me
missions.
down,
All I can say is that if it's like Black Flag
Mm-hmm.
for story, not gonna care. Because it's
because there's
really
no
hope
story.
there's an actual.
The story in Black Flag is actually really good.
Oh,
It just-
I
Oh
know,
no,
it's messy.
It just takes a while to get going, and like John was saying, you have to do side stuff to advance it because there's parts where you need your ship to be.
in pristine condition.
Yeah. So I didn't have a problem with that, but I could see how people get really frustrated by that if they just want to play through the main story and it doesn't let you. That's bad game design right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's what you got there.
Play
I
Mass
have
Effect
to.
Mass Effect 2.
That's
Yeah,
for free.
No, 2. You had to mine all those planets.
Did you?
Oh,
I just
yeah.
did that because I just wanted to mine them.
No, you had to because
It was much better than exploring them with the fucking Mako, though.
Oh no, the Mako's the shit, and the Mako's back.
For some reason, scanning the planets overheated my laptop.
I remember you doing that in Nate. I remember
Just
using that
holding
fucking
down-
vehicle. Yeah.
Oh man,
Sorry, that's a side.
that's all right. So yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to that game. Starbreeze, the guys behind Payday and Payday 2,
Yes.
are making a new Walking Dead game coming in 2016. So
Didn't they? No, they haven't said anything about Payday 3.
No.
quite a ways off, which gives me hope that it's going to have a long development cycle. and they're actually going to take their time with it.
I wonder what the style is going to be like. I wonder if it's going to be a weird mashup of like Left 4 Dead meets
Payday.
Payday meets
Right,
Left
yeah,
4 Dead.
zombie
I'm sure the
investigation.
online co-op will be a heavy factor in it, but it could be really cool. Like think Payday, but instead of like planning out heists, you're trying to figure out like how to escape. Kind of like Left 4 Dead, right? Like different objectives and
Or just planning out how to escape a zombie horde. Or like if you're in
like
school,
you're in a mall and it has a goal, like escape the mall or something like that. And you have like
I honestly hope it's not like that because I feel like that's been hashed so many times. That very,
But with
you
the-
know,
yeah.
But like, I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
I had a
Oh,
thought. I lost it.
There's a trailer out for it. I didn't have a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah.
So it was a work all day, like a sucker, like most of us.
Yeah.
But
I was only
yeah.
gone for an hour and a half. Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, I've got high hopes for that.
Me too.
John, you excited? Like Walking Dead? No?
So much.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool, but I'm
It's,
worried about
too
critique
much
for the
Walking
franchise.
Dead.
Like,
exactly. I was just gonna say
It's
it's
too
gotten so big, and they're just like Walking Dead yard sale. Like
Look
Yeah.
at that.
you got a game, or you got Telltale. And like,
you got Telltale, and I don't mind. I guess I don't mind like one more action-oriented Walking
they
Dead
already
game like
have
this.
the other
But
one.
Yeah,
we don't talk about that. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
talk about that.
Which one?
the one that was announced like a month before it actually came
Yeah,
out. No one
yep.
even knew it existed.
What was that?
It was a
Call of
first
Duty?
person?
Didn't
Yeah.
Ramus
Call of
start in
Duty
that
one,
one?
right?
Huh?
Didn't Norm start in that one? Start in that
I
one?
think you did play as Daryl
Yep.
with the crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was that Call of Duty one, right?
What
Because
do
it's
you mean?
by Activision.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's basically like what they did with 007 Legends. They just took the Call of Duty engine
Oh.
and skinned it with the Walking
Oh dear.
Dead.
Yeah.
They actually just took they just took the 007 Legends engine. Anyways,
And finally, the Resident Evil HD Remake Remaster Edition. I made that name up.
The HD high definition.
It's the Resident Evil remake for GameCube, which most people just call the remake, like RE. Because Resident Evil.
Oh, ha.
You thought I was punny.
I'm not going to say all the consoles because it's coming to literally everything except for Wii U, which is funny because it was originally a Nintendo exclusive.
game. How's that for karma?
how does it
Yeah.
not run on the Wii U?
It doesn't.
So it's another. They've remastered it again.
They've remastered.
Well,
it.
yeah, the GameCube one was not a remaster; it was a complete remake, like built
Yeah.
from the ground up, like brand new.
So is this a remaster?
It's a remaster of the remake.
It's
Is that
like
what-
it's like a kind of like what they did with The Last of Us. So it's not a true remake; it's like a port, but it's kind of they've supposedly. I've seen some screenshots. You can clearly see they changed like some plants and stuff. It's not identical. It's like
Okay.
they did put a bit of effort into it. It sucks because the original one was built for GameCube with letterbox support, and since the backgrounds are basically painted and pre-rendered,
Yeah.
you can't just make it widescreen because they just weren't drawn out that wide. So they give you a pan and scan option, which basically will cut off the top and bottom to make the image more of a widescreen format and just blow it up to your screen, but you'll be missing. But then supposedly if you move your character down on the screen, it will kind of pan down or up, and then
So it's not even like in true 16:9 aspect ratio.
yeah, exactly, because
Weird.
they can't do that without redoing the whole backgrounds, right?
And who
It
would
is
want to
good
do
though.
that?
That's kind of like that's weird that they made the Twin Snakes only a GameCube game when they go through all the effort of like remaking it.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just on this one.
Platform that didn't sell that much.
Yeah. So
So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, like I've said before, I didn't have a GameCube. I hung it at my friend's house. They played it all the time. I saw probably most of it, but I never got a chance to play through it start to finish. Like I've played Resident Evil 1 on the PS1.
Yeah. I have the director's
And I have this on my emulator on my PC, and I tried playing it, and it's just,
We don't condone emulators.
well, they don't sell it in a store anymore, so I'm going to pay $80 on eBay. I'm going to fucking
If you want to borrow my GameCube.
not can't wait for this one.
Okay.
But yeah, the emulator it had audio glitches and crashing, so it'll be nice to actually play it on like my PS4 because the game is awesome.
Well, didn't they make it for the Wii?
Yes, they did actually.
Oh, what?
I didn't know that either. I found that out like earlier this week when people were like something. Yeah, you can play it on the Wii U. I could actually apparently go into Wii, go into the Virtual Console, and there apparently was a Wii version, but I'm not going to bother now.
But I didn't.
If I'd known that, I would have tried it sooner.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I never heard about the Wii version. I thought it was only GameCube.
That's crazy.
I know, but I never had a Wii, and I didn't really care about the Wii. So.
Well, you have a Wii now.
I have a Wii U, Sean.
that can play Wii.
Yes,
Done.
some Wii.
I have a Wii U too.
What?
It's
not even out yet.
Wii U.
A Wii W.
Yep.
On the ball.
I'm on
And
the
that's
ball
it
today.
for the news.
Ball, ball, ball.
All right.
I got no talking points unless anyone has something they want to bring up that we haven't discussed.
Brendan might not like this.
Oh.
That's why I wore the shirt today.
Oh.
Touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject. So, you already have Minecraft for the PS3.
For the
you
what?
have
Sorry,
Minecraft
PS3?
for every
Correct.
iteration.
I have it for the 360, which I don't even own anymore. But if I signed into my Xbox account, I
Yeah.
would still have it there in my
Fair
library.
enough. So, I'm planning on buying the PS4 version of Minecraft.
That's salt. The murderous look.
The reason why is because
What? Okay, you give your reason first.
we've been running into a lot of problems with multiplayer. I think that's fair to say.
Um,
Well, it worked fine when I hosted it.
You guys
Yes.
playing, I guess. I guess that's the biggest issue.
But I mean, like,
the
on the
fault is
PS
that Jeff doesn't want to run his computer 24/7.
yes.
It gets
So-
fucking hot in here. I'm sorry.
And once you live in a condo, you will fucking know that.
No, I won't, because I have air conditioning, bitches.
Anyways,
So jealous.
I was thinking, this is kind of a non-podcast topic, but I figured we have time.
Yeah, sure.
If we all pitch in and buy Minecraft for the PS4, we could do
You mean just
multiplayer.
buy it for ourselves?
Pitch in sounds more like a collaborative effort. I was trying to pitch
No, but
it.
it's $5 for us. Or no, $5 for me, but it's $20 for the rest
Yeah.
of you.
Just saying we could do some multiplayer on there. Maybe
I just
not run into that
I want
problem.
to say my thing
anymore.
with Minecraft, okay?
Go right ahead.
So we played the PC one.
we
PC
dominate.
one has tons of advantages over the console
Yes,
version.
I'm not saying that it's any better.
Mhm.
But yes.
I just want to say the thing I like when I was playing the PS3 one is that's a game that I actually like to just sit back on my couch and play.
That's true.
And I could hook it up with a controller and do all that
It's
stuff.
not good on a controller
I know.
for the PC. I've
I know.
tried multiple
So
times.
it felt really good playing on the PS3, just sitting back.
Well, we played it on the 360.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
same
I mean-
controls. It's pretty easy.
You know, PS4, it's got the built-in party chat now, more Skype. You get the trophies,
Damn trophies.
which I know Brendan doesn't give a fuck about.
But I mean,
Okay. But yeah,
We
we
can
can
think
talk
about-
about this more after the podcast.
yes, I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
Because then we could do a little bit of the stream skis.
Which you could do on PC, which you did.
The PS4 skis.
Anyway, so we're excited about Minecraft PS4.
Yes.
John?
I'm just going to interject and say, you're saying you're rubbing it in our face that you're only going to pay $5 for the
No, I wasn't
version.
trying to rub it in your face. I was...
Or you're going to say you're only going to...
Because Sean was saying we all chip in. I'm saying that's not really fair because I'm only paying $5 and you guys have to pay $20. It's not really...
Okay.
I'm barely chipping in
I'm
at
just
all.
going to ask, how many Minecraft versions do you have?
This will be the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have it for 360. We bought it for 360.
Yeah.
PS4.
No, we bought it for PC and we couldn't get it to work, so then we
I
bought the
knew it was-
360 one. Yeah.
I had it before you.
And then now I have it for PS3, so this
Are
will
you
be...
going to have it for
Oh,
Vita?
fourth version. Yeah, it's cross-buy. Is it
Oh.
cross-buy?
Is it?
No.
Big fat.
No, I think it is.
Yes.
If you own it for... It's not cross-buy if you own it for PS3, but I think if you buy it for PS4, you get...
That's what I'll do.
I don't know. If it's cross-buy, I'll have it for Vita as well, I guess.
Oh my god.
5 times.
Is that what pulls John over?
Anyways,
Something to think about.
we could just buy it for Brendan. Maybe that'd make him less mad.
But then we won't run into the issue with the server thing that we're running into right now.
You mean that I'm running into?
It's exclusive.
Once again, collaborative effort.
Exclusively to Brendan.
So yes, sorry about that. Just something we could think about for future J14 gaming.
I'm curious
Endeavors.
to know what version of Minecraft it will run because the console versions seem to be significantly
They are.
behind the PC version.
It's
And
not
I-
as significant anymore.
Yeah, it's more up to date, but it will always be behind the PC one. I
Yeah.
can pretty much guarantee you that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And like you say,
It just-
I would be curious as how the hosting works.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the thing. It'll be awesome if it is hosted on a server
like
somehow.
once you
We could-
create a world, yeah, like you can
Mhm.
join that world all the time. Or
Yeah.
like if you're logged in your world and like people, you have to be online for people to join your game. I'm almost positive that's how
That's
it
pretty
works.
much how it is. Yeah.
Because I don't see,
Especially with PlayStation, there's no dedicated service for
There's
Minecraft, right? It's
no-
peer-to-peer, so...
Yeah.
Oh. Next week, we got 2 big releases
Lay it on me.
and one not so big release, but kind of big, but not really.
It's big in my pants.
wow.
Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition hits PS4.
Yeah.
So is that all the Diablo content up to now on PS4?
Correct. Everything all in one package.
We'll throw this out to you right now, Brendan. What would you rather buy? $45 for the PC expansion, or
Whatever it is, 60 or 69.
$69 for the entire game with the expansion included, with local co-op
And online co-op.
and online co-op as well.
That's not a bad deal. I have a better deal.
We could actually just play the Diablo 3 that's installed on our computers right now for free.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't be rebuying games we already own.
I know. And that where's the fun in that?
Exactly.
That's a pretty good deal.
I know.
So Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition hits PS4, and I think, does it hit Xbox One next week as well?
I think so.
Okay.
Are you guys all buying this? I mean, should I buy
Well,
a
we'll,
game that I'll
we'll, we'll
never
discuss
play?
this after I get through the next 2.
Yes.
I'm buying an Xbox One for it.
Tales of Xillia 2 on PlayStation 3. I know you love Tales of Xillia, Sean.
I gave myself so much time to play that game, and I never did.
That's alright.
So I'm gonna wait.
You're not in story mode right now. It's cool.
Yeah.
And Hotline Miami is PS4.
What?
That's crazy.
Is that the under the radar title you're talking about?
Yeah. They kind of just they like stealth announced it.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's coming to PS4. It's cross-buy. So, boom.
Next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
So
it
it's
for
good.
Vita?
I played, 3 or 4 hours of it. I think I'm maybe halfway through on Vita.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to finish it. I don't know if it has cross-save, but it's not a long
Yeah.
game. I'll start over. I'll
Oh,
play it
man.
on
Wait,
PS4.
number 2 or number?
No, number 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like,
You're like, what?
yeah, I was like,
No, that'll be huge news if the second one
it's like,
comes
it's
out.
just
That was a really popular game. A lot of people love that game.
No, I love.
It reminded. I know it sounds weird. Reminds me a lot of the first GTA.
Mm-hmm.
Just the style of
The
it.
very top down.
Yeah,
top down.
actually, yeah.
I played a ton of GTA 2. I know.
I have
never
the
thought
original
about it, but that's
GTA.
how it looks like.
I have the original GTA. Just remembered that.
I used to have GTA 2 for my PC. I'd go over to my friend's place and we'd play it, and we didn't do the missions. We'd just go around throwing Molotovs at cars.
Before GTA 5 came out, you could pretty much download GTA 2.
They were free for a while.
For
They were
free,
shareware, yeah, or freeware.
Now I don't think you can.
John, in response to Diablo 3, I still haven't decided. It's between that, Tales of Xillia, and Metro Redux. But I already own...
Is Metro Redux coming out that day too?
No, that comes out the week after, but I can't afford 2 full-price games in
Or
August.
can you?
So. Yeah, I probably can, but I shouldn't.
Or can you?
So, I already own Diablo 3 and Metro.
Yeah.
And I don't own Tales of Xillia 2, but I don't want to boot up my PS3 again. And I don't know. Tales of Xillia is just like those JRPGs. I just want to sit down and I just want to play through them.
Yeah.
Like I did with the first one. I played that over Christmas break, so I'm kind of thinking I might just wait on this one and play it in the winter
That's
when I got more free time and
more free time for the podcast.
more free time.
Because we're going daily. No, just kidding.
Can't even coordinate weekly. Tries to go daily.
Tried it.
Ends up being monthly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but I'm leaning towards Diablo 3. That's a game I didn't really give a chance on PC, and
I didn't get past the second act.
you and me played up to the
Yeah.
end of the first act. We got to that desert area.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 was a bad time for us.
Yeah.
We won't
Is,
mention things, but
Is the expansion already out?
Yes,
For
PC,
it
yes.
still costs 45 bucks
Oh, okay.
for just the expansion.
40 ducks.
and
40
supposedly
ducks.
$40
If you bring 40 ducks to
Steam.
GameStop, they will beat the living shit out of
the
you.
expansion
And
adds
take your
new
ducks.
the expansion adds new content, but it apparently fixes everything about the game that people didn't like.
So, to be fair, the PC version, if you don't have the expansion, those same updates have already been applied.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, you have to buy the expansion to see what the new game is like. That's not the case. But yes, sorry.
So I don't understand. My friend who's playing it, he's like, he was like all into number 3, and then he lost interest because the market was crazy.
Everybody hated the auction house.
The auction house is gone.
Yeah,
Completely gone,
and
shut
then
down.
he
Shut down.
kind of got back into when the expansion came out, but then he stopped playing.
There's just flat out people.
Yeah.
You know, when it first came out, people were really kind of like happy with it because I think people were just happy it was.
It seemed to be
existed.
late game stuff that bothered them.
Yeah, and then it seems to be common. A lot of people are like, nope, this is definitely not like a letdown from Diablo 2. It's not as good as Diablo 2, and but I haven't heard, if they've done other things since then to update it and make it better.
I've read some things from people that didn't like it when it came out, and they said with all the expansion, the fixes, they said this game they think it's as good or better than Diablo 2. Like this is how it should have been when it launched.
Yeah.
So I didn't play Diablo 2, which is why I really want to give this a chance.
Oh no, he wasn't part of that. That was us, and then
I played with you guys like once, but it was just
and then we just took.
It was a
It
gone
was like
show.
a 6-party,
Me, you,
5-party.
Kyle, Brennan, Israel.
I was playing with you guys, Kyle and Israel, and it was just all Kyle and Israel like,
Yeah.
come here, do this, and I was
so
like,
it was
trying
Kyle
to-
and Israel. That's what it was.
That's
Yeah.
right.
he was just like
I don't-
trying
I
to
don't-
power through the
I
whole
don't remember
thing.
the game.
Yeah, and we're like, what's going on?
So,
What's the story? No, don't worry about
We're-
it.
It's not important.
Just all you gotta do, click, 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 click. You're not clicking fast enough.
You don't have the whole loot.
I didn't really enjoy it because I was just
Yeah,
running through and not.
I'm
knowing
more
what to do.
excited about the local side of things.
because we play so much local,
Game.
We should because we have a show called Couch
and we now have
Co-op.
We now all have our own places where
I
we can
know.
come over and play the games.
This is true.
Couch Co-op.
Okay, summer's busy for everyone. Starting this winter,
We'll start with my place.
Yeah,
I will-
coming.
Let's do it.
your place because it's air conditioned.
Yes.
Just in time for winter.
2014.
I will
Winter's
buy
coming.
a 90-inch
TV.
I'm just gonna rent out your room if
Ultra
that's the place.
AD
Yeah.
TV.
There you go.
I will have no furniture. I will sell my appliances.
Bring your own beanbag.
Well, we're talking about beanbag chairs now, so that's a good time to end the podcast.
I guess so.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Stealing Sean's lines.
Go ahead. I hate doing it. So
You can catch us on j14gaming.com, youtube.com/j14gaming, twitch.tv/j14gaming, on Twitter at j14gaming. Podcasts go up every Sunday when I put them up on time,
Yeah.
which is 50-50 chance.
well, now we're caught up.
We
no,
are caught
are
up.
we?
For like
we
the
are.
first time in like 2
No
months.
way.
We're
Caught up.
We're
Yeah.
caught up.
I had a friend. Someone looked at our page today and liked us and said,
Huh?
"Well, you have 13 episodes," and I was like, "Yes, we do."
Except 12 is broken and I have to re-upload it because for some reason it's stuck on processing.
That might have been
Oh.
because that's the version I gave you, right? 12?
No.
No.
Or is that?
I thought it was.
I thought it was.
That would have been earlier.
Well, this is awkward.
Wait, one of
We're
your
doing
friends
so well on
We
this.
had it all wrapped up.
Wow. No one talks to me about
This
it.
has been J14 Gamecast, where we bring the
The
party
party
to
to
you.